there's no reason in playing unless you're playing to win. I think Ricky Bobby said it best: if you're not first, you last, right? Right? Straight up. So like we have one goal here, and that's to win.
CP3 has been a household name ever since starting in the NBA. He's the prototypical point guard who also has a knack for knocking down timely shots and carrying the scoring load if needed. Many know that he will be a future Hall of Famer and are sure to tune in when he's on the court. Aside from being great on the court, Chris has earned millions of dollars with his Supermax contracts, ads, and more. He's also a great friend with other elite players such as LeBron James. Did you know his relationship to Bronny James? We'll cover all that and more, so stay tuned until the end. In this video, we'll go through Chris Paul's rise to fame, his net worth, earnings, and fancy lifestyle. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel to get the latest news, highlights, and more. Now let's get started. Number 1. Rise to fame. Chris was selected 4th overall by the New Orleans Hornets, and it was clear that he was going to have quite a career ahead of him. He would be named Rookie of the Year after averaging 16.1 points, 5.1 rebounds, and 7.8 assists. He kept on his growth and pace, rising to the elite ranks in the 2007 to 2011 period. Here, he would be selected to his first NBA All-Star game, but more importantly, he would carry his team, the New Orleans Hornets, to the playoffs. Paul's ability isn't in his own playmaking skill set or being able to get a bucket. Rather, it's elevating the players around him and bringing out the best in them. He certainly accepted this role as a Clipper, as the franchise was nicknamed Lob City. The fast-paced offense, coupled with elite athletes in Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan, made this group a scary team to face against. Unfortunately, this was never enough, as Chris Paul lost in 2014-2015 to the Houston Rockets, marking 10 consecutive seasons and 7 playoff appearances without a conference semifinals appearance. After traveling a bit between Houston and Oklahoma City, Chris now has found a new home in the Suns. Although he was always on the cusp of an NBA championship, here he's surrounded by an elite team that could actually help him obtain it. Along the way, Chris has received many accolades, including 11 NBA All-Star appearances, NBA All-Star Game MVP in 2013, and 3 All-Star NBA First Team. It's clear that he stood out as a star amongst even the elite players, and you can bet he was well compensated for his abilities. Number 2. Net worth and earnings. Here are some of the biggest contracts that CP3 signed with various teams. Before the 2008-2009 season, Paul signed an extension on his rookie contract worth $68 million. Then, in 2013 to 2014, he re-signed a contract with the LA Clippers for 5 years worth approximately $107 million. And then in 2018 to 2019, he signed a contract extension of $160 million for 4 years with the Houston Rockets. If Chris Paul plays out the rest of his max contract, his total earnings over these contracts is north of $335 million. You can bet he's putting that money to good use, buying luxury cars and homes. What would your lifestyle be like if you had this type of money just from your salary alone? CP3 is also using his brand and fame to generate more income through sponsorships and endorsement deals. He signed on to Nike, State Farm, Walt Disney, and Panini. Here's a recent clip of his ads with State Farm where he got his kids involved in as well.
Did you hear that? State Farm thing. Da-da-da-da-da. I think we in a commercial. Jake from State Farm, I knew it.
Don't worry, Chris. Things are gonna go surprisingly great.
Dad, look!
Chris!
Ooh, see? Surprising. Just like State Farm's surprisingly great rates.
I didn't even record.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Altogether, it's estimated that Chris rakes in another $10 million from these endorsement deals and sponsors. Not too bad to add onto his Supermax contract he's on, $40 million a year. Number 3. Luxury lifestyle. So what does an elite NBA player do with all that money? Well, given that he's hopped around a couple of cities, he's been investing in real estate. Here are some of the top homes he's purchased and lived in over the years. In 2012, Chris bought Avril Lavigne's Bel Air mansion for a little under $8.5 million. He then sold this home 5 years later for $8.7 million. In 2015, he paid $9 million for a home in Calabasas, California. His immediate next door neighbor was Khloe Kardashian. He sold this home in 2018 for $11 million, a nice $2 million profit on the way out as he moved to Houston. In April of 2019, Chris paid $6.9 million for a mansion in Houston, Texas. He sold this home in January of 2021 for $7.2 million. Here's a video tour of this gorgeous property. In May 2020, he paid $11.1 million for a home in the LA suburbs of Encino. Here is where he primarily resides with his family, and of course he's spending a lot of time over in Arizona, leading the Phoenix Suns to a title. Number 4. What's next? Let's be honest, CP3 only has a couple more years of high-level basketball, and then he may transition into more of a role player and coach. However, during his next few years, and especially at the Phoenix Suns, it looks like they can go on a pretty crazy run. The core of DeAndre Ayton, Devin Booker, and CP3 is an unstoppable force at any night, and they can defend and create baskets with the best of them. What are your thoughts on this team, and do you expect them to contend for the NBA championship title each year if they can keep the core together? Another transition for CP3 will be either into management or a coaching role. He has a high basketball IQ and has shown that again and again as a leader on a basketball floor. In addition, he works with the National Basketball Players Association as a president and has developed relationships with the front offices across the league. Fans have speculated that Chris Paul would be a possible general manager or a coach for an up-and-coming team. There's a lot of possibilities with his career after retiring as a player. What's clear is that he'll continue to grow his income and wealth due to his sponsorships, investments, and more. And what's even more apparent is that he'll stay within the NBA community. We hope you enjoyed this video about CP3's lifestyle and net worth. NBA fans think that there's going to be more of Chris in the future, and he might have a couple more shots at the NBA championship. If there's one thing that most people agree on, it's that he deserves a title after all the hard work and dedication he's put into the sport. What do you think will happen next with CP3? Do you think he'll do another max contract and maybe play until his early 40s? Let us know in the comments below. Oh yeah, he's also Bronny James' godfather for those who didn't know. Thanks for checking in, and we'll see you next time on Sports Trending.
This is bicycle. Needs to be bicycle too. Deck of cards. So I always got a deck of cards with me, just in case somebody want to play guts, whatever. If you want to play umps, whatever card game is, I play cards. There's not usually a day that goes by that I don't play some form of cards. So